friends, welcome back. So today I'm bringing you guys another video, and this is going to be a first impressions video. Today we're going to be talking about the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Foundation and Concealer. I have them both here for you. I am wearing them right now, and I put them on with you and tell you guys what I think of them initially. The foundation I got in the color 90 Warm Honey, which actually matches me pretty perfectly, and the concealer I got in the color 20 Light, which is light, of course, because my concealers are always light. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about this foundation. I purchased mine at CVS, and I will leave the prices on the screen because I don't remember exactly how much I paid for it, but depending on when you go, it will, not when you go, where you go, depending on where you go, it'll be a little bit more expensive or a little bit more cheap, depending, you know, if you go to Walmart and Target, it'll probably be cheaper than if you went to CVS or like Walgreens or something like that, or Ulta. Some of the claims that are written on the back of the bottle are that it's our first, it's not our first, it's Maybelline's first foundation for all day color wear with Actyl C, and it's known for its antioxidant benefits. I'm like blind, I can't even read this. Then it says it improves skin's look in 3 weeks. So basically it's supposed to improve the look of your actual skin, not just when you're wearing the foundation, like even when you're not wearing the foundation. And I found that to be like a crazy claim, and I'm actually really interested to see if it actually does that. The foundation actually comes with 30 mils, which is actually a 1 fluid ounce. That's pretty much the standard size for any foundation. And it comes with a pump, which is just amazing. I love when foundations come with pumps, and I know most people do, so I really do appreciate the pump on this. The packaging on the concealer doesn't really say that it's supposed to help with skin appearance or anything. All it says is Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Concealer and Corrector with Actyl C, and it's oil free, and the concealer comes with 7.5 mils, which is 0.25 fluid ounces. And I like the packaging on the concealer as well because it comes with a doe foot applicator, and that is always the concealer, the type of packaging for a concealer that I like. So like I said, I got mine in 20 Light. I think this comes in around 5 colors. Again, I'll link all of the information on the screen. And with the foundation, I believe it comes in a little bit more, but not that many. So there's only 1 color darker than this. So if you're much darker than me, which I mean isn't hard, I'm not that dark. If you're much darker than me, then they probably don't have a color for you. They need to step that up. And the concealer, I feel like they have a pretty good range with the concealer. So I feel like you'd probably be covered with the concealer. Covered with the concealer? You got that? So as for packaging, they're pretty uniform, and I like the packaging on them. And you guys are going to see how I feel about it when it applies to my face and what I think about the consistency of both and all of that fun stuff. So let's just get into the first impressions. Okay, so right now I have nothing. Look at this nail. Okay, so right now I have nothing on my face at all, and the foundation that we're going to be trying out today is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Transforming Foundation. Mine is in the color 90 Warm Honey. I'm not going to put this on with no primer because I know I will hate it if I put it on with no primer, so I am going to use my 2 favorite primers. This is the Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. I'm going to put this all over my face. My other favorite primer is the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Primer. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you know this. So I'm just going to take this and put it in my T-zone to kind of blur my pores and mattify me a little bit. A lot of it. So what I'm going to use to apply the foundation today is a damp beauty blender. You guys know that I use this with every single foundation, and I just like the way that this applies everything. I love it so much more than any foundation brush ever. I guess we're just going to pump some onto the back of my hand. I'm going to start with 2 pumps just because I've heard that this is very full coverage. So we'll see how 2 pumps does us. Just going to take it on my finger and start dotting it around the face. Yeah, this color looks like it's pretty spot on. Okay, and then just taking a damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to press this into the skin and see how this covers. It looks like it has pretty good coverage because I had like a humongous like planet right here. And I mean, I can still see it obviously because I'm looking for it, but I feel like if you didn't know it was there, you wouldn't be able to see it. And like I said, I only did 2 pumps, so That's pretty good, I would say. Yeah, this color is pretty much spot on with my skin color, which I like, of course. I definitely think this has really good coverage. Again, with only 2 pumps. I usually pump foundation for days. I'm just like, no, cake face up in here. But with only 2 pumps, I feel like it covered pretty much everything that I wanted it to cover. You know what I mean? I really like this. I really like this. So far, I really like this. I think it makes my skin look so flawless, but at the same time, and it is full coverage, but at the same time, it looks like my skin. It doesn't look like, damn, look at all that foundation. I can feel it on my skin if I touch, which is one of the things I don't like about foundation. I can kind of feel it on my skin. It's a little bit tacky, like when I touch it, but it's not too bad. I've had worse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my brows and my eye makeup, and then I'll come back to do my under eye concealer with you guys, and we're going to test out the new concealer as well. So BRB. Okay guys, so I did my top lid makeup, eyelid makeup, the top makeup. I did my eye makeup except for the lower lash line. So I'm going to move on to the concealer. So the concealer is the Superstay Better Skin Concealer and Corrector with Actyl C, and it's oil free. I got the color light 20, and I know you guys are gonna be like, what? But you guys already know that I am like obsessed with a super bright under eye highlight. That is just what I like. Of course, do what you like, but this is what I like. I do just want to mention about the foundation. It did kind of set more after I turned off the camera, so right now I can't really feel it at all on my face. So far for my initial impression, I definitely am liking it. I love the coverage. I love the finish of it. It's not really, I don't want to say it's a matte finish, but it might be a matte finish. It's like I would say it's a natural matte finish, because like I said, it does look like skin, but it doesn't look super flat, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't look shiny, it doesn't look like there's any type of shine at all. It just looks really good. So we're gonna move on to the concealer for now. Like I said, this is the color light, and I like that the foundation comes with a pump, and I like that the concealer comes with a doe foot applicator. Those are my 2 favorite types of packaging for concealers and foundation. It's a doe foot applicator and a pump. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on my hand just to see what it looks like. It looks like it will give good coverage, which is my #1 thing for any type of concealer. I want it to give me super good coverage because, I mean, your girl doesn't sleep very much. And I also really don't like when concealers dry super duper fast. Like, that's one of my least favorite things, because I'd rather put it underneath my eyes, put it here, put it everywhere I need it to be, and then go in and blend it out. I don't want to put it here, then blend it out, then put it here, then blend it out. You know what I mean? But this actually looks like it dries pretty fast, so I am going to go in and blend it out right away. I've heard more good things about the concealer than I have about the foundation, so we will see. I feel like it's kind of patchy underneath my eye, and I don't know why that is, but it's definitely patchy. So we're just going to do the other eye. Same thing, I'm just going to go in and blend it out right away. Maybe I waited a little bit too long with the other eye. Yeah, so it definitely does set pretty fast. So this is one of those concealers where you would have to go in right away and just start blending out. It really is looking patchy and kind of hard to blend. It looks kind of drying as well. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but in person, I think since it dries or sets so fast, it looks a little bit like it has a drier formula. So I'm gonna go ahead and highlight the rest of my face like you guys always see me do, but I'm just gonna have to work a little bit faster, I guess. So down the bridge of the nose, Cupid's bow, and the chin. And yeah, it's definitely already setting so fast. So I will say that the coverage is pretty good. I feel like it covered up pretty well. But like I said, it is kind of a drier formula, which I guess could be a good and a bad thing. If you touch it, it kind of is set already. It sets very quickly. So it's set already and it doesn't feel super tacky like a lot of concealers can feel. But like I said, it sets very quickly, so you would have to work very quickly and kind of in smaller sections, which is something I don't really like to do, but I mean, it happens. It's not my favorite so far, but it's not terrible. Like, I definitely could still use it, but I definitely prefer my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer over this. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my makeup, and I'm gonna let you know how everything wore on top of both the foundation and the concealer, how everything went on and blended out and all of that fun stuff. So BRB a second time. Okay, so all of my makeup is on, and I do just want to say with the concealer, this concealer really impressed me because what I did with my makeup today is I did some cream contouring. So when I was doing my cream contour, I didn't set the under eye, I just let it sit there for a little bit, and it did not crease at all. While I was doing the entire cream contouring process, it didn't crease at all, which is very weird because my under eyes have like lines on lines on lines. So usually the creasing happens almost immediately with every single concealer that I've ever used. I did not set my entire face. I never set my entire face. So this is just the foundation by itself. The only thing that I do set is anywhere that I put the concealer. So the concealed and highlighted areas are set with my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. So right here, and just right on the chin, all set with that powder. Everything else is just the foundation, just by itself, because I never set foundation. So this is what it looks like right now. I think everything went on pretty nicely, and I really like the way that it feels. It feels almost like nothing at all is on my skin. So right now it is 1:50 p.m. and I tried to get this up a little bit earlier, but it was a little bit difficult. So I'm going to be wearing this pretty much as long as I humanly possibly can, and I will be updating you guys throughout the day. I will not touch up because I mean I never really touch up my foundation throughout the day, so I will be checking in with you guys as I'm going about my day and running my errands and all that fun stuff. So I'll see you guys soon. Okay guys, so I've basically been wearing the foundation now for 6.5 hours. Is it 6.5? No, 5.5 hours, my bad. So right now it's 7:30 and I've been wearing it since 1:50, I believe. So about 5.5, almost 6 hours at this point, and nothing has broken through the foundation. It hasn't really settled into my fine lines, only my smile lines, but everything settles into there, so that's not a big deal at all. It looks really good. It's not really, let me show you, take off my sunglasses. It's not really a flat matte. It's kind of just a really nice skin-like finish, and I really like it. And like I said, I haven't touched up anything, and literally I'm not oily in any place on my face at all. So I think this is like really amazing. I am gonna wear it for a couple more hours. The only place that I kind of had to retouch was right around my mouth, just because I filmed a lip swatch video like this entire day. I have literally been just filming a lip swatch video all day. So obviously whatever foundation you wear, if you keep taking off lipstick, it's gonna come off. I mean, it makes sense. But yeah, I'm gonna be wearing it until probably like 10:30. I'm gonna try to go out with Eylure tonight and just try to wear it for as long as I possibly can. So I will check in with you guys in a couple more hours. Oh, I also want to say that I was wearing sunglasses pretty much all day, and it really hasn't rubbed off on my nose at all, so that's really awesome staying power. So yeah, I'll check in with you guys again in a couple hours. It is now 12:09 a.m. so I've been wearing the foundation for almost 11 hours, which was not the intention, but whatever. Almost 11 hours. My eyeshadow is coming off. My eyebrows surprisingly still look normal. Obviously around my mouth I have some issues because, like I told you guys in my last check-in, I did a lip swatch video today, so just ignore the situation, okay? Other than that, I do have the sunglass marks right on my nose just because I wore the sunglasses pretty much the entire day, so I mean, it's expected. But yeah, everything else is literally just the way that I left it. There is no oils on my forehead, which that is usually the first place that gets super oily. It's just right on my forehead or like above the brow, and there is no oil there. I didn't touch up absolutely anything, and everything is pretty much still intact. Everything that I put on top, like my cheek products, it's pretty much all still there. I can still see my blush, I can still see my contour, I can still see my highlight. So this foundation is pretty good. I mean, for wearing it almost 11 hours, I would say this is some pretty good wear. I think that this foundation would work good for people with oily skin and dry skin because it isn't such a flat matte. I mean, it's pretty matte, but it's kind of like a skin-like matte finish, like I told you guys in the beginning. So I think this would work good for anybody. It lasts all day. And now for the concealer, I think that it's not my favorite concealer, but I am impressed with how little it creases. Something that is important to me might not be important to you in your foundation or in your concealer. So something that I look for in a foundation is that I can't feel it on my face, and that it covers very well, and that it doesn't get oily throughout the day. And this foundation does well in all three of those categories. So it doesn't feel like anything. It's not tacky on my face. I can't really feel it much on my face. It is very, very, very good coverage, and obviously no oils have seeped through in the last almost 11 hours. Now for the concealer, something that's important to me is that it doesn't dry as quickly. Like, I want time to work and be able to blend it out, and this doesn't do that for me. I also like a concealer with a lot of coverage, and this actually does have pretty good coverage, but it's not the best coverage in a concealer. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that the foundation is pretty much a must-have. Not a must-have. Okay, that was dramatic. The foundation is very, very good. I give this a humongous thumbs up. For the concealer, I'll just say it was okay. It doesn't crease, which is very surprising to me, and that really impressed me. But that's just not something that's important to me, just because I set my concealer regardless. So like I said, what's important to me is that I have time to work with concealer, and I didn't have that with this. So depending on what you're looking for in your concealer or your foundation, these may or may not be for you, but that's just my first impression on both of these. So that is it for this first impression. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you did like it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. All that information will be linked down below, as well as links to all my previous videos and a link to everything that I'm wearing on my face today. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! My hair is on level like infinity of hideous. Why? Why? Actually. Now for the oh god. I love when foundations comes with pumps. That's not even English. I mean, I love when things come, not with things. That it's the Super Stay Better Skin Camouflante. Excuse me, I was reading the wrong side. What the f is that? Is a very damp beauty blend. Why it goes. What I'm going to use to apply the foundation today is a very, oh my god, lashes are on level like infinity and beyond right now. Damn. But I did powder my, what? So,